Welcome to the pre-scene analysis for the May and August 2024 sessions for the Managerial Case Study. So therefore you can expect to use the same pre-scene which is based on the hypothetical company Flatthall as you prepare for your May 2024 Managerial Case Study session, or if you want to sit for the August session, you will be tested and assessed based on the same pre-scene. We will cover a series of videos to cover the basic pre-scene material released to you by CIMA. So let's see how we will cover the material relating to the pre-scene. So first of all, in this video, I intend to cover aspects relating to the introduction. So to give you a brief preview on the company and your role and the currency. Thereafter, we will talk about the post-education or post-school education in Towland and the student accommodation in the country. So now this will actually be a part of the first video. So this will be the industry aspects given on the pre-scene about the relevant industry you are dealing with in your May and August 2024 session. Next, in the following video, you can expect to cover aspects relating to Flatthall itself. So we will be covering aspects on what the hypothetical company is all about. So we will discuss what is Flatthall's operations like, how does it promote itself, what is its business model, what's its board structure, and so on. Then our third video will be based on the financial aspects of the company. So we'll do a brief financial overview based on the financial statements. And the fourth video will be about the news reports and blogs. Which again adds to our information in the pre-scene. So therefore you can expect 4 videos covering the analysis of the pre-scene. So in this video, let's first, as we mentioned, have a look at the introduction. So Flatthall, we've been told in the onset, it's a quoted company. So a quoted company means at this point you need to understand that this company is therefore well established. That is one key aspect you need to glean from this. It's a well-established company. If they are a quoted company, they are listed. Therefore, they have to abide by rules and regulation, abide by various laws, company laws that is in place in the country in which they're operating. So they have 174 residential buildings located in towns and cities in the country of Towland. So Flatthall operates in the country of Towland. So you need to now imagine the company Flatthall and its operations in Towland. It is quite an established company. These buildings are subdivided into flats that are rented to full-time students in nearby colleges and universities. So now this is the first glimpse and first piece of information you get about what Flatthall is all about. So Flatthall, what's its business? Its business is actually offering residential buildings for rent. But what's its market? Full-time students, college students, and university students. So since Flatthall operates in Towland, its currency is the T dollar. And of course, companies have to prepare their financial statements in line with international financial reporting standards, and that's why you will have to apply relevant F2 areas or relevant financial standards will be tested based on this. So in your syllabus, you would have come across a number of different financial standards, whether it's consolidation related, foreign exchange transactions, or whatever. You need to apply IFRS standards. So what's your role in this hypothetical company? Your role is you are a finance manager. You work at the head office Your responsibilities are associated with preparing management accounting. Who do you report to? You need to remember this. You report to Susanna Leong, the Senior Finance Manager, who reports directly to the Finance Director. So this is just a brief introduction. So from now on till your exam, I want you to imagine and put yourself as you work within this hypothetical company. You are the finance manager of Flatthall. You live in Towland. You are a part of the operations of this company. You report to Susanna, and every financial decision relating to management accounting, you have a key role to play. So that's the basic introduction. So of course, in our next video, we will begin covering areas relating to the company in more detail. We'll understand how the company grew, when it became a quoted company, and even your role within the company as a part of the finance function. But in this video now, let's spend a few minutes understanding relevant areas on the industry. So first of all, your pre-scene has first highlighted post-school education in Towland. Now this is not directly related to the industry we're talking about, because the industry we are in is, if I'm narrowing the industry we are in, the industry we are in is rental of residential facilities to full-time students. So that's basically the industry we are in, or we can say the business of offering rent to based on our residential houses or flats we own. So then why are we talking about the post-school education in Towland? Because we offer our flats or our apartments to students who go to college or who are attending universities. So therefore, Towland's educational level will have a direct impact on demand for our properties. If students receive or achieve a post-school education, then it's most likely that our business will also grow. So therefore, this is an important analysis. So we have been told here that the country has a well-developed higher education system, which is good. They have 215 colleges and universities across the country. And there is a healthy demand for places in these institutions. So there are two things we need to understand. One is Towland has a good domestic market. One is Towland has a good domestic market for post-secondary education. Domestic market for post-secondary education. The other is it has a good foreign market or international market. The foreign or international market it has also for post-secondary education is good. So what we mean here is many students from overseas come to Towlandian universities and study. So if we look at a breakdown, we can see that breakdown between overseas students and Towlandian students. We can see currently the majority of students are Towlandian students at the universities, but we can see also there is a fair share of overseas students. In fact, in the academic year 2022 to 23, we can see that there were 2.1 million home students and 0.6 million overseas students. Now, these are little points to remember. But the good thing, if you look at this chart, is we can see steady growth. We can see steady growth in full-time students over the years. So this indicates that we can expect even in the 2023 to 2024 financial or academic year rather, we could expect the number of students who enroll for full-time college degrees to increase further, because we see an increasing trend. So of course, we are given further information here about how the Towland government offers subsidies for home students to subsidize their education. But we also see that when it comes to overseas students, the institutions can accept as many overseas students as they wish, and they are free to charge as much as they wish from the overseas students. But of course, when it comes to domestic students, they have a limit of how much they can charge, and they also have a number of students they need to take. If not, the institution will face an opportunity cost. So institutions, now this is a key part I want you to grasp. Institutions are keen to attract overseas students because of their high fees and because overseas admissions do not count towards the government allocation of places. Now this is where we said the government allocates places for domestic students. Most institutions have sufficient capacity to accept all suitably qualified overseas applicants. So if you look at Towlandian universities, getting overseas students is of advantage to them because they can charge them high fees and there is no restriction when it comes to how many students they can enroll in their colleges or their universities. Then if you look at the Towlandian academic year, what is the academic year like? We see that the academic year is from September to May. Because September to December is the first semester, January to April is the second semester. May to August is generally the summer vacation, or if not, it is when students, if they failed, they will have to resit for examinations, or when colleges and universities process applications for new students. Now this is an interesting thing. Why? This is going to affect our business. Now, I want you to always think, even as we discuss these things, how will it affect our business? Because we are not in the business of providing education. No, we are providing an ancillary extra service to students who come to get educated. So therefore, months between May to August, so that's 4 months, it's most likely that some of these students during these vacation months, they might not be there to benefit from the facilities. So the question is, are they renting our properties during these 4 months? If not, what is happening? So these questions will be answered as we go through the pre-scene. But what I also want you to remember is, from a business perspective, it's nice if you can think of ways we can improve. Because this is how you can present good quality answers that will of course add value on the day of the exam. So now, while we have got how idea on the educational system, the academic year,